Bitcoin is currently trading at all-time highs 109K. Sui is looking to break $4 back at $3.95. And so in this video, I want to show you top Sui ecosystem tokens that we still have time to build positions in as this bull market continues to gain momentum. Before I start, please note nothing I say is financial advice. This is for education and entertainment purposes only. Please do your own research. Taking a quick look at the Bitcoin chart again, you can see it's currently at all-time highs 109,000. And from past cycles, we know what typically happens is that Bitcoin's going to run up. It's going to find a spot to settle, and then top altcoins like Ethereum, Sui, Solana, and others will explode. And so if that's the case, we want to be looking not only to the layer 1 altcoins, but we want to look at tokens within the ecosystem that we might still have time to find solid entries into. Specifically in this video, I want to focus on Sui and Sui Ecosystem Tokens. I'm going to go through these kind of quick, and then at the end, I'll make a swap for one. In case you're new to Sui, I'll show you some of my favorite DEXs and DEX aggregators. So here we are on Nexa. This is a top data analytics and trading platform for Sui Ecosystem Tokens. Another one is Noodles Fi, very similar to Nexa, analytics and trading platform for Sui Ecosystem Tokens. They're both great options. I highly recommend using them in addition to DEX Screener, which you're probably already familiar with. Nexa and Noodles are going to give you a little bit better insight into Sui Ecosystem Tokens. I'm going to go ahead and just focus on blue chip in this video, as they would most likely follow Sui if we do get a break of $4 here. The utility tokens will typically run first, and then the blue chip meme coins like Lofi, Blub, Axel, and others have a good chance of taking off. Again, this is just my theory, not financial advice. This is what I'm looking at. First one I want to look at is DeepBook. Taking a look at the daily chart for Deep, it looks really good, sitting just under 20 cents. This thing reached an all-time high of around 31 cents. This is, in my opinion, the top or among the top utility tokens within the Sui ecosystem. It's the liquidity backbone of many of the top DeFi protocols. Deep is one I would look right now, potentially get an entry on. And I'm going to go back and forth between Nexa and Noodles, just so you can see what you like better. Next one I want to look at is Walrus. Wal is the token that powers the Walrus Protocol. Again, a top utility token in the Sui ecosystem. I would say Deep and Wal are interchangeable at 1 and 2. This is currently sitting at 64 cents, reached an all-time high just last week of around 72 cents. Chart looks really good on this one. So Wal is one I would look to get an entry on if we continue to see follow through from Bitcoin and Sui break 4. What happens is the top tokens within the ecosystem often outpace the underlying token, which in this case would be Sui. So that's why we're looking at top tokens like Wal and Deep. Next, we'll look at Cedus. So Cedus is the top DEX in the Sui ecosystem, currently sitting at 21 cents. This thing back in December was trading around 43, 42 cents all-time high. This looks pretty good. Looks like it wants to break out. And if it does, I think a run up to 30 cents or around 30 cents would be the area I personally would target. So top DEX on Sui and Cedus is one that I am looking at, in addition to Deep and Walrus. Another utility token I'm looking at is NS. Sui Name Service, another top utility token within the ecosystem, similar to ENS on Ethereum, but I think with a lot more utility based on what we're hearing from Sui founders and Mistin Labs, the team behind it. Currently sitting at 25 cents. If this were to break those levels, my target would be 30 cents plus. So SuiNS, the NS token, is one I am keeping an eye on. Next is Lofi. Lofi, one of the top meme coins in the Sui ecosystem, currently sitting around 6 cents. All-time highs were back in December, around 21 cents, 22 cents. The chart looks pretty good for an entry here if we continue to see this bullish pattern. And I would look for a run up to 10 to 12 cents, maybe more, if we see follow through from Sui as Bitcoin runs up. So definitely Lofi is on my radar. Next, let's take a look at Blub. This is another top meme coin in the Sui ecosystem. Chart's very similar to Lofi. This had a huge run up back in November. Strong community behind this one. And if Lofi does run, then I think Blub does as well. So I would look to build an entry here potentially. Next up is Hippo. Hippo's another top Sui ecosystem meme coin with an interesting looking chart in terms of finding an entry. If we take a quick look at their X profile, they posted this 2 hours ago. We just made it to top 10 most viewed on CoinMarketCap. And another big catalyst that happened yesterday, I did a video on it. Splash, a new fair launch platform for Sui Ecosystem Tokens, and Splash launched yesterday. And Hippo is the token that powers it. So that's a potential catalyst that has not caught up with the chart yet. And so for that reason, I would have an eye on Hippo. One more quickly is Axel. Axel's a top 5 Sui Ecosystem meme coin project in my opinion, and the chart looks pretty good here. If we do see Sui break $4 and continue to run, this would be one I would look to potentially build a position in as well. All right, so quickly, let's go ahead and go through the process of making a swap for one of these. So you can make trades right on Nexa. You can connect your wallet and swap right through this platform. Same thing with Noodles. Just connect your wallet and you can trade right here. I have videos on both Noodles and Nexa, so I highly encourage you to check those out. Cedus is a top DEX within the ecosystem and is a great option for making swaps. 7K aggregator is another really good option. This is going to go out to all the Sui ecosystem DEXs and find the best route. They also currently have a leaderboard where you earn drops by making swaps for their rumored airdrop. Similar to 7K, Aftermath Finance is a great option. It's another DEX aggregator. Also with an upcoming airdrop, best way to qualify would be to use the DEX and to provide liquidity in any of their pools. And then another really good option is Momentum DEX. This is a brand new one. I have a video on this and they have an airdrop coming up as well. The Momentum Building Program launched a few weeks ago and you can earn points towards that airdrop by using the DEX and again by providing liquidity in any of the pools. The example I'm going to show you though today is we're going to make a swap right through the SLUSH wallet. There's been a lot of buzz on X in the last few days about making swaps in the wallet coming from the actual SLUSH team, which has sparked rumors of a potential airdrop. There's been absolutely no confirmation on that, but it never hurts to be active and make swaps all over just in case, right? So we'll go ahead and test out making in-wallet swaps in the SLUSH wallet. The token I want to make a swap for is Lofi because I already have some in here. We talked about Lofi. I like the chart, and if Sui continues to pump, then I like this entry. So let's go ahead and click on swap in our SLUSH wallet, and we'll just say 3 Sui, and we'll go ahead and select Lofi. You could also copy the contract address right here and paste it in to search for any token that you want to swap for within the Sui ecosystem. In this case, it's already my coin, so it shows up right here. So we're going to add to this. We're going to add 3 Sui, which is 176 Lofi, and I'm going to hit swap. I like the sound effects. You can click on View Explorer. That'll open up Sui Vision, the top explorer for the ecosystem where you can verify the success of your swap. We check our SLUSH wallet. You can see we now have 976 Lofi tokens. So just wanted to make this quick video as Bitcoin, again, is at all-time highs. Sui approaching $4. If we see Sui break through $4 and stay above $4, then I expect top ecosystem tokens like we talked about with Deep, Wall, Cedus, NS, Blue to follow. And then I would expect the top meme coins to run as well, maybe at the same time or shortly after the utility tokens. Again, that's my theory, and I just wanted to share it with you today. So hopefully this was helpful. If it was, please leave a like and consider subscribing for more crypto content. I'll see you in the next one.